Hi, I'm Dr. Jeremy Fike. Welcome to the Career Readiness Academy online course. I just want to thank you for taking the time out of your schedule to invest in this resource for you. And the purpose of this video is really to just give you an overview of what career readiness is, what it's all about, as well as introduce you to the Career Readiness Academy and what it's going to provide for you as an educator in terms of the resources. So the first thing I want to do is just talk about what career readiness is. So to think about that, what we might want to think about is what would we expect a student who is career ready to look like? We would expect them to attain a certain skill set that we might say would translate into the workplace. Okay, so attain certain skills or certain competencies and then be able to demonstrate what those may look like in terms of being ready for their jobs. So with that being said, then we might consider, okay, what would be some of those competencies or some of those skills we would expect them to be able to know? So the National Association of Colleges and Employers has come up with a framework to help us think about 8 core competencies that we would say if a student can do some of these, all of these varying ranges of levels of competency, then they would be career ready. And so the 8 competencies are critical thinking and problem solving, oral and written communication, teamwork and collaboration, digital technology and literacy, leadership, professionalism and work ethic, career management, and global and intercultural fluency. So those again are the 8 core competencies from the National Association of Colleges and Employers. You might see other kinds of frameworks out there that are similar, but those are the most commonly accepted and the ones that most universities use to do their assessment work and to kind of make sure that the programming that they're using is lining up with making sure that students are prepared for jobs. So along with that, then the question is, okay, what role does the Career Readiness Academy play? So I thought what I would do is just give you a brief overview of the academy. So the Career Readiness Academy is a partnership between the Office of Career and Professional Development at Belmont University and me, Dr. Jeremy Fike. And so the Career Readiness Academy really is unique in a couple of ways. One is it is a program that's created by faculty, myself, and for faculty in partnership with an office that does all of this really well to begin with. And so one of the things that was identified early on is that students and faculty may be aware of resources on campus, but they're not always engaging in those resources. And so the Academy is unique because rather than purchase content from a provider that has to do with career readiness, we decided at Belmont to build it from the ground up. And rather than it be designed from an outside provider or designed and sent out from the Office of Career and Professional Development, what we did is we created it by faculty to be able to communicate directly to faculty and share these resources with you. And then the other thing is a lot of the career readiness resources are designed for students. And so this one is unique in the fact that it's an academy for faculty, because at the end of the day, faculty and faculty who teach and advise, as well as administrators and staff, they're the ones that are going to be having a lot of the touch points with students. So that's part of the uniqueness of the academy is the audience it's intended for, as well as who created it and the resources and the expertise that we were able to tap into in doing that. The other thing is the structure of it. So you have these online courses that allow for a lot of just-in-time training. Okay, so in the middle of a semester, for instance, you have resources that you can go to and begin to implement those right away. And you also have other kinds of resources you can use to share with some of your colleagues. And so what I wanted to do here then at the end is just kind of give you some encouragement as you begin to think about, with that being said, kind of best ways to be able to use this resource. So what I would encourage you to do is really just to dig in. There's going to be a lot of resources here in this online course. And so I would encourage you just to kind of take your time as you work through the content. All right, so I will check in with other videos to give you more of a sense of how the best ways to use the resource in terms of the overview and everything else.